carnival only comes at midnight. There was a rumor that haunted our town. A whisper passed between cracked lips at slumber parties and told in hushed tones behind the bleachers. It was always the same. A carnival that appeared at midnight, only once every 13 years, just beyond the woods that bordered the old train tracks. No posters, no flyers, no music, just a thick mist, and then the sudden glow of lights in the darkness. Most people thought it was just a story, something older kids made up to scare the little ones. But this year, I found out the truth, and I wish to God I hadn't. It was the summer I turned 16, the kind of sticky, humid summer where the days bleed into one another and the nights feel endless. My best friend Caleb was obsessed with urban legends, and when he brought up the Midnight Carnival one night over a dying campfire, I laughed. "Come on," I said. "You believe in that stuff." He looked at me dead serious. "It's real. My uncle saw it when he was a kid. He said it changed people." "Changed how?" He didn't say, just that some kids went in and didn't come out the same. Some didn't come out at all. I called BS, but Caleb had already made up his mind. The 13th year lined up. The date was 2 nights away. He said we had to go. Part of me didn't believe. The other part, the part that couldn't sleep that night, that part was terrified and curious. Midnight on the 13th arrived like the quiet before a storm. Caleb and I slipped out of our homes and met at the edge of the woods, flashlights in hand. There was no sound, no crickets, no wind, not even the usual rustle of trees. Just an eerie silence and an unnatural fog creeping through the trunks. And then, in the distance, lights, Ferris wheel, carousel, a tent striped red and white flapping gently in windless air. "Holy crap," I whispered. "It's real." The carnival was quiet, but not dead. The music was soft, like it was playing underwater. We passed booths with flickering signs, "Test your strength," "Fortune teller," "House of mirrors." But something was off. The barkers smiled too wide. Their eyes didn't blink. A woman with porcelain skin and crimson lips turned to us and sang, "2 for the show, 2 for the soul." I turned to Caleb. "Let's leave." But he was already walking toward the main tent. Inside the tent, the air was thick, heavy with incense and something else. Rot. The seats were empty, except for a few children slumped over like broken dolls. A ringmaster stood in the center ring, dressed in midnight blue with golden trim. He tipped his hat to us, and his eyes glowed like hot coals. "Welcome," he said. "We've been expecting you." Caleb smiled like he was in a trance. He walked to the center ring. I tried to pull him back. "Caleb, no." But it was like he didn't hear me. The ringmaster bowed. "Let the show begin." The lights dimmed and the tent walls seemed to ripple. The music reversed, playing a lullaby backward. I turned to leave, but the flap was gone. There was no entrance anymore, just endless canvas stretching into black. What followed wasn't a show, it was a nightmare. A contortionist twisted until her bones cracked like twigs. A bearded man ate fire, and then himself. A mime pulled an invisible rope, and the boy next to me floated into the air, screaming silently until his voice was gone. I ran, through the side of the tent, through the fog, past games and rides that seemed to breathe. I made it to the House of Mirrors, and that's where I saw it. My reflection didn't follow me. It stared, smiled, and when I turned to run, it stepped out. It grabbed me. "Your turn," it said in my voice. I woke up on the edge of the woods at dawn. Caleb was gone. No carnival, no tents, no lights, just dew on the grass and silence. When I got home, my parents hugged me like I'd been missing for days. But it had only been one night, right? I looked in the mirror. My reflection blinked a half-second too late, and it smiled. If you remember a carnival that shouldn't exist, you're not alone. Like, subscribe, and tell us, would you follow the lights? Behind every memory, there's a truth waiting to escape.